I'm back. I had to move. It was getting pretty packed where I was. But I'm going to get back into it. Like I said, you don't need outside validation as long as you have the willpower and you validate yourself. That's all that's needed, okay? That's all that's needed to change. That's all that's needed um, to get through the obstacles of life, okay? And like I said, if I told you my story, you would not believe me. I have a hell of a story to tell, and I will open up about that here on my platforms. So that's why I said be sure to follow me on all my platforms. Be sure to follow, subscribe. On all the platforms, it's the same name, okay? I'm here on a ledge now, looking at my car, and it's a car parked behind my car, but I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to stress it. I have a mission, and I have a message, okay? As long as it's not a tow truck. If he touched my car, I will get a license plate, and he will be dealt with, okay? But, yeah, I'm going to talk about willpower, and I'm going to talk about validation, okay? You don't need substances to get through the obstacles in life, okay? Just get to a park similar to this, exercise, clear your mind, okay? Like I said, I'm skilled and I'm trained to talk about what I'm talking about. I went to school for this. No, I'm no expert, but I believe that I'm getting better and better with this thing called life. And I believe that if I can change, anybody can. Like I said, believe me. I know you probably won't believe me. Thank you for hitting the like button. I appreciate that, man. So that means my audio is doing good. Thank you. But I think I'm starting to get the hang of this thing called life. Okay, I'm 35 years old and I've overcome so much. Okay, but what works for me is exercise, meditation, the I am affirmations. That's why I stress it a lot on my channel. When you say I am, you have to mean that, because everybody I ams is different. Oh my God, YouTube must really like this message, because I have never had these many people hop on the room. But yeah, when you say the I am affirmations, I'm not even gonna block you, Muno, because you need to hear this. Clearly, you need to hear this message. Okay, so I don't even block on my channel, because I literally want people to change. I literally do. I'm on a mission, okay? Because like I said, if I can change, anybody can, okay? I overcame anger. I overcame marijuana. I overcame a fornication. I overcame all of that mess. But it starts with validating and loving yourself. And I mean that. You don't need an outside stimulus. You don't need someone to tell you, good job, long as you tell yourself that. Okay? Do you validate yourself? What do you think about yourself? At the end of the day, I have bots on my channel because the message is starting to trigger the algorithm. And the more and more I open up on my channel, the more and more, you know what I'm saying, hopefully it'll penetrate through your brain, because this person who's commenting and doing foolish things on my live, clearly his mental, you know what I'm saying, his mental isn't all the way there. You see what I'm saying? Or he may be just looking at the exterior. He's not even listening to the words that's coming out my mouth. You see what I'm saying? And so with that being said, you know, I understand that people psychologically have issues. And that's what I'm talking about on my channel. I'm talking about willpower and validation. I don't need anybody to give me a high five. God is doing that already. You see what I'm saying? I'm doing that to myself. I love me some me. I love me some me. You see what I'm saying? And so it's at that point where now I know I'm ready to be a wife. Okay, to be honest with you, last year I wasn't ready. You see what I'm saying? Last year I wasn't quite ready to be a wife. I didn't really quite see my potential, for one, and I didn't understand the depths of who I was as a person. But now I can clearly I can see exactly who I am. That's why my platform is doing what it's doing. Every platform I touch, I have astronomical numbers because I can speak very well. I'm very fluid at singing. Okay, that's my outlet. My outlet is singing. Like I said, everybody has a different outlet. Everybody has a different gift. And if we just tap into that, we'll get so much further in life. That's what I'm doing. I didn't even know I had a gift of real estate. I didn't even know I had a gift of business. I didn't go to school for that. But I had to change. I had to make it up in my mind to change. And that's what this live is about. This live is about changing. This live is about seeking validation within self. This live is about willpower. So I appreciate everybody for the love and the support. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm breaking out of my shell day by day, and I'm ready to testify. I'm ready to talk about overcoming things, because we all have the ability to do that, man. We all have the ability to do that. Okay, you don't need an outside stimulus. All you need to do is validate yourself, and that's what this live is about. Okay, I'm 35 years old, and I finally understand that you don't need to seek validation from a substance or a person. Okay, as long as you have it within yourself, then you're doing great. Wow, my numbers on TikTok are doing great. Wow, okay, because I don't really normally talk on TikTok, but thank you guys for coming on in the room. I appreciate that. Like I said, I'm ready to testify and tell my story, man, and I love you guys, man. I'm not going to stress it too much, okay? I'll get on here more often and start to testify. That way, you know, you guys can use me as an example. And as many times as you need to come back to this live, do that, man. I just want to be used by God, okay? I do. So I appreciate everybody for your continued love. Thank you for your continued support, man. I'm sending the love right back to you. And I mean that, okay? Until my next live, remember that God loves you. Okay, God loves you, TikTok, God loves you, YouTube. Be sure to follow me on all platforms, because I will start talking. Okay, I'm going to start doing this more often. I'll create a series, because enough is enough, especially with the drug epidemic in Cincinnati, Ohio. Enough is enough. I'm getting tired of looking at it. Okay? So until next time, remember that God loves you, and so do I, okay? All right, peace. And I'll be sure to hop back on live tonight when I get home. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do this yet, but I will create a schedule. I will create a series, and we're going to get it. It's on now. Remember that God loves you, and so do I. Peace.